Hello all, it's Jenna, and I had originally planned to do a plan with me kind of thing, but I was in the middle of recording it when my screen capture program conked out. So I was a little frustrated with that, as I'm sure you can imagine. So I decided to do a flip through kind of thing instead. So again, I'm using the program, the app. I'm used to saying program. Using the app Zinnia to plan it. And I never actually posted that one. So I didn't really know what kind of theme I wanted to do for August. I didn't want anything too summery because I did that all for July. I did a bit in June. So I did what I normally do when I'm not feeling particularly inspired and went looking for poetry. And Googled poems about August, I think it was. And I did not find any particular poems that I liked. But I did find this quotation on Goodreads from a novel, the name of which I have, of course, forgotten now. Excuse me. That August is the month of apples and falling stars. So I decided that that would be my theme, and I would go with kind of gold colors. And the only thing that I really knew starting out was that I wanted to use this font, which is called England. And so it's for some stuff like, well, I'm just basically using it for headers and for this opening page, because it is kind of hard to read, especially when it's teeny. So here there's my basic outline for what I'm going to repeat. I'll have headers in the font England. I'll use this kind of lozenge, the gold lozenge shape, quite a few times as a heading sort of thing. I've got falling stars and gold and a few apples here and there. They don't have as many apples as they do stars, so it's not quite as poetic, but this is your basic idea here. And then here I've got the calendar. Again, it's England for notes, and then the calendar itself is a template, so I'm not changing the name of the month here, but I did add a few stars. And then some special occasions have stars on them as well. And then I've got to post it over what those are, because it's stuff that involves my family and, So then again, I'm also, using more of the gold. This particular set with the moon is called You Are Magic. And then the crystals down here are, I forget. Well, they've got a couple that are related to stars and magic and all that sort of thing. And then just trying out one of the washi tapes down here to see how I like it. And I don't use a whole lot of washi tape, but it was kind of cute, and it kind of makes the page look finished. So I kept it. And then here I have my habit tracker, and I decided for this month to break the habit tracker into two different sections. One is the physical habits that I want to get into, or mental habits, so like a no spend, study a language every day. I've been studying Latin for the last couple months, which I'd also studied in college and then forgot about. Forgot most of it, as happens when you don't use a language, and so now 20 years later I've decided to start it up again. And then more stars and more magic, and changing the header there to England the way that I want to. So, a few things that I really want to get into. I want to rejoin a gym and swim more often. I want to do yoga. I want to meditate every day, because it does help me feel more focused and calm. We'll see. And I've added arm and hand exercises, because I had surgery on my arms and then carpal tunnel surgery at the same time a few years back, and my arms and hands have never really recovered. So I'd really like to build their strength up so I can pick things up. So here on the next page is my medications tracker, which is, I take a lot of them, and I've covered them up. And also it's things like vitamins and stuff like that. And over here on the side, again in the font England, a cup full of water was about to fall off my lap desk. Over here in the font England, I put something to kind of motivate me to take my medication that a friend sent said to me once when I was complaining about taking insulin, you are not replaceable. So he was a sweetheart. Is a sweetheart. He's still around. And we're still friends. But, you know, that's always kind of hit me in the heart. So I've got that here just to remind myself, take your medications, damn it. And then here I've got a writing log. And it's not so much a word count kind of thing, but just like I tried to start doing it this month, but never, the writing has not happened this month that much. So I'm going to try again next month, and basically the idea is I'll write the date, you know, and then details of what I did. And again, not so much the apples, or not so much the stars this time around, instead of using school time themed stuff and just keeping them with the colors. So we've got a little apple over here. Actually, I'm going to make it a little bit bigger, because why not? Put it on the clip right here. And then I used one of their paper packs, kind of writable areas, and added a divider to make it look like notebook rings. And I decreased the opacity on the paper quite a bit, so I could still have the lines, but the color of the page would show through. And mostly I use white, like backgrounds, but for this one I decided on the cream one, just to kind of keep it with that gold theme, that kind of burnished gold theme. And then here I will be writing down my monthly goals and what I need to do in order to achieve them. At some point, I need to figure out what my monthly goals are first. And again, more of the Your Magic and the gold lozenge in England and all that. So then starting here, my weekly planner, and August falls in a very strange pattern this year. So like it starts on a Saturday and then it finishes on like a Monday or something. So I'm going to need to do a whole bunch of weekly things. And I've got one started here so you can see how I'm doing all the numbers. I'm not a hugely busy person at this point, so I don't need a whole lot of scheduling space. If I ever do get that way, I will certainly do a daily planner that needs, that has more room. But for now, like this is how I'm doing the first weekend. Just divided it into, Saturday and Sunday. And put in a washi tape to separate the days. And I don't even know if I'll be doing anything over here. But, it's there if I want it. And just my little to-do list. Every Saturday I bathe the dog. And then Sundays I've been attending write-ins with the dawdling writer, or Jules, and she holds them at noon on Sundays. So, yeah, and then if I need more time because of my job picking up or something, then I will definitely add it. But for the moment, I'm just going to keep it pretty simple, a daily log and things to do, and we'll see. And I'll probably be creating those as I go along, which I have been doing, just so I can change things up and not have the same old every day. But I'm going to keep the weekly in this particular design kind of thing. So that is my August planner. I don't have a budget page in it because I've decided to keep a budget in a separate notebook. And here you can see all the notes that I've been taking from like how-to videos and stuff and what I wanted to do. And then basically I kind of adopted the method that was outlined by the Plant-Based Bride from something that she had read about that I quite liked, because I've never been very good at keeping a budget or sticking to a budget or anything like that. And this one seemed pretty straightforward, so it's something even a dummy like me could figure out. So that's going to be like for the rest of the year, and then I'll see how it works and adapt as necessary. So there's that. And then I moved all the rest of the year into the 2020 main journal over here so that my main journal space isn't all cluttered up. Okay, that is everything I wanted to talk about today. Please do feel free to leave comments or links to your own layouts and stuff. I love having ideas. And we'll talk again soon.